Hi guys. Well, I thought about creating a little experiment here. I want to demonstrate for everybody that the Epsom salt solution is very good for restoring batteries because I already restored 10 batteries in my pickup truck that store electricity while I am driving on veggie, and I can run my trailer off of that power, and essentially it's free power. But I had to restore my batteries because they were not holding a lot of power. For example, I couldn't run my toaster off of it, which is about 1500 watts, even though my inverter is 2500 watts. It was not running my toaster because the batteries were too weak, and even though I had 10 batteries in there, they were not strong enough to drive the inverter. So anyway, I found this online. The Epsom salt solution is very excellent for restoring your batteries, but you can't find very exact and clear instructions for them even on YouTube. Some people attempt to explain it and demonstrate it, but it's not very clear. So I figured the whole thing out, and so I'm gonna create an experiment that proves scientifically that the Epsom salt restores the batteries. Now, so I bought 4 of these batteries. Those batteries are about 225 amp hours, if I am correct. No, they are more than that. They are about 400 amp hour batteries, and they were in such a bad condition when I bought them. I bought 4 of them for 20 bucks, so you can imagine what kind of condition they were in. And but they seem to be okay because there are no dead cells in it. It's just they don't hold the power. They had about 3.5 volts in each battery. They are 6-volt batteries, so you need 2 of them to produce 12 volts. So each of them had about 3.5 volts in it, which is like 7 volts, if you put 2 together. So you can imagine they are like half the voltage. That means they are pretty useless. So I am charging them now, and they seem to be picking up some charge. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna see how well I can recondition them with this battery charger, smart battery charger. It has a desulfate functionality. Desulfate means it will attempt to clear the plates from sulfates, and it does work. I've used this before. It does work, but it's not, it's not 100%. It's not even 80%. It's not even 50% effective. Okay, it will not restore a battery to its full new condition. So but anyway, the experiment will consist of I'm going to try to desulfate about 5 times and then test how much power the batteries will hold. And the way I am testing it is that I have a 500 watt inverter hooked up to the batteries, and then I have a power meter. Okay, and the power meter will measure kilowatt hours. Okay, so I can just turn on that light, which is a 300 watt bulb there. The 300 watt bulb will draw about 25 amps on the 12 volt sides, and that's an industry standard for testing battery capacity under a 25 amp load. So this little thing allows me to measure how much power the battery has put out before the inverter shuts down. Okay, and the inverter has a built-in fail-safe functionality where it will shut down at 10.4 volts. It will shut down when the battery voltage drops to 11.4, and that's always the same. So I have a very good way of measuring the battery discharge, because this thing shuts down at the same time, at the same battery drainage. So I can just turn the bulb on like so. See, that's a 300 watt bulb. The inverter fan just came on, and right now that's voltage 13.1 volts, 13.1 battery voltage, 120 coming out of the inverter side, and the wattage is exactly 304 watts. 304 watts coming out of that inverter right now, and running that huge light. Okay, so the battery charger is charging at the same time. So I don't need to do this right now. I'm just demonstrating how the setup works here. Okay, so it went down to zero watts. Okay, so I'm gonna test, I'm gonna drain test this battery 5 times before I put the Epsom salt solution into the batteries, and then I will drain test it 5 times, and charging in between. I will drain test the batteries 5 times with the Epsom salt solution. And typically what I am expecting to see, that the curve, I'm going to create a what do you call it, a curve in the computer. Put the data into the computer and it will create a curve, and it's going to be ramping up and showing us how much capacity the battery is regaining by putting the Epsom salt into the cells and continuously charging and discharging the batteries. See, that's part of the reconditioning process. You have to charge and discharge the batteries at least 5 times before you will see a significant increase in the capacity. Okay, so that's the experiment, and I have 2 sets of those batteries. I have 4 of those 6-volt batteries, so there is 2 sets of them to have a 12-volt system. And so I will try to document this whole process as best as I can, and then give you the numbers, you know, on a graph to show you exactly how well the Epsom salt is working. Alright, so I guess that's it on this video, and the next video is going to be when I start the first test after discharge. I will start the first test and show you, roughly how long. I don't think I'm gonna like stand here and hold the camera for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, however long the lamp will be on. But I'm gonna have to cut the scenes and, you know, give you the numbers only, because then it's just gonna be a boring video. Okay, so that's it for now. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.